Hello, welcome if this is your first time here. My name is April and this is the Frugal Planner channel. We're in the cut down composition notebook that I glued the pages in. This is all part of a series or a playlist. So if this is the first video you've seen and you want to start at the beginning, putting together the monthly, doing the vertical weekly that keeps track of everything, to an academic, and then finally a dashboard, and then today, budget, the budget layout. I pulled out my green pens or my green markers, also my Pen and Gear gel pen, and my handy dandy Pen and Gear. They're all Pen and Gear. This whole thing is Pen and Gear. Everything is Pen and Gear. Look at this. Pen and Gear. Where does it say? Pen and Gear. 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 Hey, Pen and Gear. If you're looking to sponsor somebody who loves notebooks, markers, and pens, I'm your girl. Pick me. It's probably a handful of us, right? That would be like, yes, please choose a me. Oh, I'm going to go back over that at an angle. There we go. Again, if you are using the Pen and Gear gel pen and you notice your pen is skipping on the page, it is your fault, not the pen's. Just kidding. I mean, it's what you're doing that is causing it to skip. And what you are doing that is causing it to skip is you are trying to hold the pen this way up and down on the page rather than at an angle. How do I know this? Because I do the same darn thing. And when I hold it down at an angle, it loves me so much better. When I hold it straight up and down, we are not friends. It skips. I get sad. The whole thing. The whole shebang. So I'm going to be super duper honest with you right now. I do not know how much of this layout I will show you once it is done. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. This is the wild, wild west of the internet. And if it was just you and I sitting down and we were planning together, or we were at a planner event, we were sitting at the same table, I would let you flip through this and your heart's content. Like, I am completely fine with that. But because we are not at a table, we are not alone. I think we're alone now. We're not. It makes me nervous to have my finances or our finances on the internet. The internet makes me nervous. I don't know why I chose that voice. I just did. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to put in... So this is going to be June 30th through July 6th. And are you asking yourself, April, why is there so much information in this book? It's my all-in-one. It's what I'm packing to and from everywhere. I did this in a 9-punch disc planner system that I set up. I started on this channel and then I moved it over to my other channel, which is Plan with April, because it fits better over there. This fits perfectly here. So I wanted to show you, one, you can set up all of these in a notebook and use them as a planner. And not only is it super affordable, but if one doesn't work for you this week, you don't have to add it next week. You can add something different or leave it out altogether. I think that's what I love about it most, is I can really dial into what I want to use and how I want to use it. So let's pop in here. This is going to be my bills due this week section. And then these are going to be deposits. Dun, dun, dun. Do I think I'll have 4 deposits this week? No, but did I want to put them down just in case? Sure. And then right down here are my financial goals for the week. So let's write this in. financial goals for the week. Over here, this is going to be the date. Do you guys remember check registers? That is what this is, in a larger sense. Check registers used to be little. They fit in with your checkbook, in with your checks. It was like a whole all-in-one system that the bank would give you for free. But if you were like me, you ordered custom checks with some kind of either crazy cartoon, animals, prints, something that was specific to you and what you loved. And then you actually had a wallet that held your check and your check register all in one. And it was like this thick because it was filled with receipts that you never needed ever again, ticket stubs that you used only one time, and then when you cleaned out your wallet, you were like, oh, I should probably throw that away. Old gift cards, new gift cards. Yeah. Do you still have yours? Do you still have your, I called it my mighty wallet. Everything was in there. Once I stopped using checks though on a regular basis, I kind of got rid of it because I wasn't using it anymore for what that was. I'm just going to take my pencil really quick and I am going to lightly go over my pencil marks. I did pre-pencil this in so that I wasn't trying to measure everything out with you, but I will measure it so that you know roughly how big the columns and stuff are. And just know, I didn't necessarily measure the columns, so this is 2.5 by 6 rows. And then these are just 2 rows, skip a row, 2 rows, skip a row, 2 rows, skip a row. That sounds like a song. 2 rows, skip a row, 2 rows, skip a row. Either that or, yeah, that sounds like a song. Financial goals for the week, I just used the rest of that page. And then for the date, it's about 1 inch. For the description, about 3 inches. And then the total about an inch. I did not use this section here. I am not a big fan of that section. There are some things that we can do to make this page a little bit more fun, and I'm just going to go in with my markers. And then with my fine point. Again, these all came from Walmart. These are all Pen and Gear, which I absolutely, ugh, that marker's not drying out. See how tight that lid was? Dun, 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 dun. I think this is the fastest layout I've ever done in my entire life. Now, again, I can put bills due because I don't think you guys care what bills I have due. And it looks like I have Apple, and that is it. For deposits, I do have a deposit from work, so that is going to go in on July 3rd, which is nice that they deposit before the holiday. And I'm not going to put the amount in there again. I don't know how comfortable I am with sharing all of this on the internet, but I'm happy to share my layout, because if you're looking at this and you're like, you know what, I really like this layout. It's very simple. I can set this up really fast. I don't have to stress over it. And then you've got your deposits here. You've got all of your check register, like what you spent. I hate calling it a check register. I shouldn't. Not hate. I don't hate it. That's silly. I don't hate anything. I shouldn't call it a check register. It's just a register to reconcile your week. So if, like for me, if during the week I start keeping track of this and I'm like, oh no, I've probably spent too much money on books this week. So next week, my financial goal is to not spend any money on books. Or maybe my food budget went over what I wanted it to be. So I'll make a note for, my goal for next week. I want my food budget to be X amount of dollars for each week of the month. Do I need all of these spaces? I'm afraid the answer to that, my friend, is yes. I'm going to sneeze. Pardon me. Yes, because I need to control my spending. And I think the best way for me to do that is to realistically write down every time I transfer to my Starbucks card, every time that I, go to McDonald's for lunch, or I order something from Walmart and I pick it up. All of those things add up. And even though it's only, $10 here or $15 here, $12 here, they add up during the week. I know I'm probably not the only one that once you see what your expenses are and then what you've spent your money on, you're like, oh, wow, we'd be gajillionaires if I just didn't do X, Y, and Z. I always say that. I am a spender. Wes is a miser. So it's good that we're together. It's good that we're together because we keep each other. He keeps me in check. Anyway, let me know what you think of this layout. Are you going to try this? Is this something you feel would work for you and your family, or maybe you and somebody who's just getting into financing and budgeting for their own? I don't remember having any kind of like budget or finance classes in school, and boy, they would have helped. They would have helped a lot. So if you have a younger individual in your life who is just heading out on their own for college, or maybe, they're getting married or whatever that is, maybe this would work for them to sit down with you and have, once a week go through budgeting. I don't know. I think it would be cool, but I like to do layouts. So I will talk to you in the comments. I hope you have an amazing day. I love you. And yeah, I will see you soon. Okay. Bye.